Hey guys, back again after the weekend, and I'm showing you my new Star Wars ship. It is the Starkiller-class Super Destroyer, or Super Dreadnaught, not Destroyer. Okay, so this is a pretty exact number. I don't know why I put that. 6,375 meters long. It's actually a combination of 3 different ships, but it's put together by these places right here. Okay, so there's the main fuselage right here. It has all the main turbo lasers, well, the octuple dual set turbo lasers, which are extremely powerful, even more powerful than the ones on even more powerful than all the turbo lasers that you see on a Star Destroyer. There's these trench-like areas that are just like kind of, I don't know how to describe it, like just places to hold these in. They're extremely shielded, that way the other parts of the ship can't break off by a missile or a proton bomb or whatever. There are 2 bridges on this, an upper and lower one, and then one of the 3 different super weapons on it is a giant capital ship giant lightsaber on the end of it. It's kind of like a dagger against capital ships that will slice through them if they get too close. It's actually very powerful and takes about a similar amount of kyber crystals as one Death Star reactor. Yeah, I'm talking about the first one, not the second one, the first. So it requires a lot of power, so there's large generators in this ship. Then we go into these right here. Oh, and the main body has 6 small sublight engines and 6 light sublight engines, and then 2 heavy sublight engines. So it gets a lot of power in the back. And surprisingly, it's extremely maneuverable for a ship this size. But that might be because of all the engines on this. Now we move on to these parts right here. These are what connect the 2 parts right there. And there are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 78 different hangars. Well, so there's 78 hangars in total just on this part alone, these parts alone. So you can store lots of fighters in these, and you can say roughly about 70 fighters per thing. So that's a heck of a lot. There's about 1,000 fighters in just one of these. And then let's move on to the top fuselage. And for both the top and bottom, these little ticks here, including the ones on the side, they're all anti-starfighter weapons, just to clarify. They're not like hairs or anything. So this is actually some I took from Star Wars: The Last Jedi. At the beginning, how their Dreadnought had these 2 heavy cannons. I had 2 of them, but they're more heavily protected since there are laser cannons to protect them, while in the movie, all the 26 point defense cannons were on the top of the ship, not under it. So these couldn't have been defended, so they're completely vulnerable. So that's why I had these under it. This one has two medium sublight engines. Now let's move on to the final part, the bottom fuselage. Now, again, sticks are the anti-starship weapons. It's got its own personal bridge, because right here is a miniature Death Star super laser. And it's fast firing, so it can take out capital ships in one hit. But that's not the main weapon, because it has to charge a lot. And this one has two heavy sublight engines, so it's really fast. And yeah, I guess that's it for today. Put down in the comments what kind of class of ship or vehicle you want me to make for Star Wars or Halo. Well, that's it. Bye.